Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we have another video for you guys. Today we're doing a long-term review on my Gravely ProTurn 152. This is a mower I bought 3.5 years ago. I did a video on it when it was brand new. You guys should check that out. Here's a long-term review. It's got 600 hours on it. I've mowed with it 3 different seasons now. This is my 4th season. I'm just getting started. Just did a whole bunch of maintenance on it. I maintained everything on this that could be maintenance. All the filters, all the fluids, I greased everything, sharpened the blades. Everything is all done. It's ready to run, ready to rock. I'm telling you, I adjusted the valve. I did everything. How do I like it? Well, it's a tank. I've had this thing for 600 hours. It has 604 hours on it, right? I haven't had a single thing break on it. The only thing that I've had break on it is the pin goes in to adjust for the deck height. The ball in the pin that keeps it in there, it came out. That's it. This thing is a tank. It's unstoppable. I mean, the way I beat up mowers, I wore out a residential mower in 200 hours. You know, this thing has 600 hours. I haven't broke anything. Even the belts are still good. The only thing that I'm really wearing out are these anti-scalp wheels. That's just a common wear item. They need to be, a few of them need to be replaced, but still work for now. I've had tires that go flat, and I just got them fixed. They're fine. The deck still sounds good. Spindles still sound good. Everything seems to be fine. Hydros still work great. Still have good power. Seat still works like it should. Parking brake works good. Last year sometime the motor started ticking a little bit till it got warmed up and then it stopped. Well, this year I noticed that it didn't. It just ticked all the time, and so I wondered if there was something wrong with it. But then I was like, you know what, probably the valve. So I looked in the manual and you're supposed to adjust the valves every 300 hours. So I adjusted them. They were supposed to be around 4,000 to 6,000, and they were, one of them was like 9,000s, one of them 8,000s. Most of them were 8,000. They were out of spec, 3,000s or so. They were off. And got those adjusted. Tedious time, but I got them done, and now it doesn't tick, runs great, doesn't make any noise. It's a tank. I adjusted the clutch on this thing, but it was maybe 1,000 too much or something, so I adjusted that. I mean, it was practically right on. I'm gonna do some more mowing for you. All right, so here's the machine. Definitely takes some beating. There's some wear around the wheels there, and definitely wore out the paint on this side. The deck is still completely intact, not bent in any way. I haven't bent even where the anti-scalp wheels mount, because I mean, how could you? That real thick there. Springs are all still good, didn't break them. Everything's all good back here. No problems with the tanks or anything. The gas caps, sometimes they don't like to come off. Like that one almost messed up. Rubber flap has taken some abuse. I mean, I've rubbed that thing up against trees and bent that thing all the way down, and it just pops right back up. So here's some wear underneath here. I wanted to tell you guys, so this baffle right here that used to be right here, it's gone now, but I bent it and I had to take it off because it was dragging the ground. I didn't notice any difference, any change in cut quality. And before that, I actually took both baffles, the one over there and the one over here, and lowered them a little bit. It helped the cut quality a little bit, but it was still not that great. I left that one on there just because, you know, but when I took this one off, I didn't notice any change in cut quality. I switched from the Gravely blades to different high lift blades, and I put 3 washers on this thing to get the blades down a little bit, and that has helped the cut the most. Putting different blades on and lowering it with the washers. Those 3 washers, man, the cut quality is like 50% better just by putting those washers in there. You guys wouldn't believe it. The belts are still all good. Deck still looks real good. I mean, you can see the belts still look real good. If any belts are wearing out, it might be the drive belt, but I think even that's still pretty good. This pin right here, this is the pin. The ball came out of it, so now I just have to hold it on with a bungee, but that still works. Still has the original battery. The tank switch still works good, no leaks. No leaks on this thing, other than I'm thinking maybe this hose coming from the reservoir down to the hydros is leaking, because there was a lot of gunk built up on that one, but I kind of cleaned it off, tightened up that hose. Hopefully it'll stop leaking. But I just serviced everything, the hydros, all the engine, the whole everything. One thing I do want to say, this thing's terrible on hills. When you're at an angle going on a hill, if you go really slow, you can hold it. Maybe if you're turning and kind of drifting as you're going along, but if you're going straight, the weight of the deck and the front end, it'll drag it down. This back tire here just can't hold it. Trying to like turn and go back up or something, you can forget it. It's not gonna work. You're gonna have to go all the way down and come back up. Very stable. Center of gravity is a little higher. Still really stable because that deck is extremely heavy. I've had this thing, I was going along on a really steep hill and there was a tree root, and I bounced over that tree root, and I was literally 2-wheeling it. It didn't roll over because I just yanked back on the one tire that was still on the ground and pulled it back down. So it's a very stable mower. Small back tires, it does leave tracks, and you will get stuck in this thing. It's not the worst mower as far as getting stuck, but it doesn't like mud. Yeah, traction is a big issue. We just mowed all this first pass. Didn't cut anything twice. Obviously, with it being a little rough as it was, very rough, you have to go a little slower, but it did pretty good. I mean, I know when I was comparing them against the Everride, it doesn't look that great, but when you compare it on its own, it doesn't do too bad, especially when it's got really sharp blades right now. But it did all right. I mean, there's a couple little stragglers here and there, a couple things that didn't cut that great. There's some right there it didn't cut, and some right there it didn't cut, and some right here didn't cut, some over there maybe. But I mean, for the most part, it did a pretty good job for as tall and as weedy as it was. Not too bad. Honestly, I actually am pretty impressed with that. I'm not gonna lie, it did a very good cut. I know there's some grass laying on top of here, but it pretty much did almost a perfect cut. There's a few things like right here, it missed some, and right there, it missed some. It missed a little, yeah, in this middle cut that I did, it missed a couple. Ignore that. That was from just not hitting it right. But this right here was a little tall. Didn't quite get that. Now I wasn't going flat out, I was going a little slower, and it wasn't perfect cut. There's a little bit of straggler right there. But for the most part, it cut it pretty good. Made it look, looks halfway decent. Pretty good. A lot of weeds in here and taller grass. Please ignore the vibration noise deck. I must have really did a bad job sharpening those blades. That is on me. That's not the mower. Not like broken or anything. Totally my fault. I'm gonna go home, take the blade off, and balance it and make sure it's all good. Just got this here cut. The only thing I saw was on this last pass here. You can see there's some stragglers laying up there. And right there you can see the stragglers. And then on some of this other stuff, a few things standing up. Did a pretty decent job, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't really expecting it to cut that great out here, but it did a pretty decent job. There's a straggler there standing straight up, and a couple more over there. You can see those. She did pretty good. Left a few stragglers because this isn't really overgrown. I mean, yes, it's overgrown for a city yard, but it's not like 3 feet tall or nothing. But it's doing pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's cutting it pretty good. Couple little stragglers here and there, there's a couple over there. Well guys, thanks for watching. I haven't had any problems with it other than like the cut quality. I was messing with the cut quality at first, and like I said, switching to regular high lift blades, get rid of those gravely blades as they're junk. Adjust your baffles down a little bit and put 3 washers on your blades there. Get those blades down a little farther. One guy told me to actually pitch the deck backwards to what usually you're supposed to. Usually you're supposed to have the front pitched down 1/4 inch. Well, he said on the Gravely's, he's actually pitched it backwards to where the back is pitched down. And that's the way I've been mowing here, and it's actually cutting pretty decent. So maybe that's a trick too you should try. You know, just playing around with that and just seeing how it changes. Nothing's broke, all the belts, everything's good. 600 hours, you know, that's 1/4 of the way through its life. Maybe nothing is broken on it. All the bearings are still good, hydro's good, motor's great. Adjusting those valves fixed that problem. So if you guys have a FX691V, adjust your valves every now and then, keep it running tip top. If you want a mower that you can just get on and mow day in, day out, and never have anything go wrong with it other than just maintenance things like filters and blades and all that good stuff. If you want a mower that will not break on you, you need a Gravely. You need a Gravely ProTurn. I have beat this thing to death. I mean, you've seen me bouncing around out here in this field. The deck's bouncing around, the mower's bouncing around. I mean, like I said, that one time I almost flipped it over because it got on a hill and it was on 2 wheels. you know, hit a huge pothole one time, and this thing jumped probably 6 to 8 inches off the deck of the trailer, and bam, whole entire machine was 8 inches off the trailer. Boom, nothing's wrong. The deck hangers, everything about it is still in perfect shape. Nothing is broken on this thing. 600 hours. No, it doesn't have 1,000 hours, but I've been using this thing commercially for 3 seasons, and it is held up, and I can't say that for simplicity. Now granted, it was a residential model, but 200 hours in, I started breaking parts, blowing up spindles, breaking deck hangers, wearing out wheel bearings and all kinds of stuff. But this thing is a tank. So if you want a mower, it's a mower to get right here. No, it doesn't cut perfectly. The deck is easy to level and pit. All you have is those jam nuts. You just loosen the jam nut and tighten it or loosen it to however. It is the simplest thing ever, design ever, of any mower to adjust the way it's level. You know, other mowers, it's got chains, you gotta like jack it up, tighten it, and then let it back down, then look at it. Those are a lot of work to adjust. This you can do completely by yourself, no floor jack needed. It is the easiest thing to adjust. The hydros, if you're like on a hill and you've got a lot of load on it and you're demanding it to go faster, the belt will slip, and so the whole mower just shake because the belt is just slipping on that pulley because it's trying, but it's under too much load. That is kind of a design flaw. Give it slight movement, you're on a heavy load, and it'll do fine. I mean, I've had it for 600 hours, the belt's still fine, just worked around it. But otherwise, those are the only problems. The belt slipping on the hydros, valves coming out of adjustment, which was on me, that's a maintenance thing. Blades, nothing has went wrong with this mower. It's a tank. I don't know if it's worth $11,000 that they're asking nowadays. I mean, I didn't pay $11,000 because I bought it, you know, 3.5 years ago, so the prices were a lot less. It was before inflation. I would say it is probably worth $11,000 because it doesn't break. The thing never lets me down. You know, if you need something that's just gonna work no matter what, you need a Gravely. Don't buy some residential mower and think you'll save money. No, you will lose money because your mower will break down and you will lose jobs, and just don't do that. I did that, and it was very bad. But either way, always keep a back. You know, buy you a cheapo commercial mower when you have the chance. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content. I'll be doing more reviews on mowers, long-term reviews, and if you guys want to see any new content, just give me a subscribe. Thanks for watching.